Hey everybody! So today's Tuesday. I had originally said I would show you where the Afikomen was on Monday, but I waited one extra day to see if we got some more guesses in. 3 of our friends guessed, and I'll tell you whose was the closest after I show you where the Afikomen was hiding. So here I am in my room, over by my desk. This is cold, cold, cold. Not where the Afikomen is hiding. Colder, warmer, 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 and it was hiding under my pillow. Can you believe that? So that's where it was. And Natalie's guess was the closest. She had guessed under the covers, which is very close to under the pillow. So I'm going to send you some stickers in the mail, Natalie. And to my other friends who guessed, I will send you letters in the mail as well. Okay? So you can look out for those probably in a few days, maybe end of this week or beginning of next week. And I'm curious if you liked that competition. I had fun doing it, but I have had a lot of different kinds of videos. So I'm curious which ones you like the most. Do you like the ones where I read books? Do you like craft videos? Do you like, one time I did a card game, a paper airplane? I wonder which ones are your favorites because I'd love to make more of those. I also did some where you see my house and what I'm up to. I can make more of those as well. Today though, I'm going to do another craft. I'll show you a Passover craft I found, which is making a matzah out of paper or cardboard. So not a matzah you can eat. So you will need a piece of paper or cardboard. I'm going to try both and see which one looks more like a matzah. So I'm going to start with this paper. Where are my scissors? Hold on, let me find my scissors. They're there. They were hiding under my sweatshirt. Okay, so this is a paper I did something else on, but I ended up not using it. So right now it's a rectangle. I'm gonna cut off some of it, like maybe this much, so that it looks more like a square. Okay, so here's our paper matzah, and then I will also do the cardboard one. Here's a big piece of cardboard that some of my fruits and vegetables came in. I know you all like cutting cardboard, so maybe you should do yours out of cardboard. It's very tricky to cut, but so I'm going to cut this flap off. Ooh, okay. So now I have a smaller piece of cardboard that looks like this. And which one do you think is a square? This one, or this one? This one looks the most like a square to me. These kind of look like rectangles. So I'm going to cut the 2 rectangles off. It's easy to cut the cardboard on the edge, but then when you get to the middle, it's kind of hard to get your scissors all the way there. Almost got it. There we go. There's one rectangle. I'm going to put that on the ground because we don't need it. Then I'll cut this one off. My tomato seeds have still not popped up, and I think it's because my house is not quite warm enough. They're supposed to be at about 70 degrees or even a little warmer. And I checked, and my house is more like 66 or 67 degrees. So it's a little bit too cold. But my roommate has a bright pink light that kind of warms the plants up. So I put that on, and I think that's gonna help. All right, so we've got 1 matzah, 2 matzah. So we'll start with the paper. So what you need is brown paint, because the little like spots on matzah are brown. Try this one. So here is my paint. Your paint will probably look a little different. And I'm going to use a paper plate to put my paint on. So there's my paint. And I'm going to use a brush to kind of spread it out a bit to make it a little flatter, because we're going to kind of use something as a stamp. So spread, spread, spread. Okay, so now we have this little area of paint on the plate. So the next thing that you need is, a lot of you probably have Legos at home. If you have a Lego, it would work perfectly. So get a Lego, maybe like you could do a small one or a bigger one. Yeah. And then what you will do is basically just dip the raised parts, the little circles of the Lego, in like it's a stamp, and then put it on your plate. So the closest thing to that I found at home was a little piece of bubble wrap, because it also has little circles, kind of like a Lego. So let's try it. So I'm going to put the side with the circles down so that they get paint on them. Then I'm going to take it off and put it down on the paper. And then I'll stamp it again, and again, again, and again. Stamp, 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 stamp. Hey, that kind of looks like a matzah. Look. That's pretty cool. Now let's try it on the cardboard. So I might need some more paint soon, but let's squish, squish, squish. Pick it up and stamp it. Stamp it. Stamp it. I'll do it here so you can see what I'm doing. Stamp. Stamp. So with your Legos, I think the circles would be a little bit smaller, unless you've used a bigger Lego. But that would probably look even more like a matzah, because the spots on matzahs are pretty small. So you can do that, and you can fill the whole matzah. And you could decide. I think the paper probably looks more like a matzah, because matzahs are kind of white. Kind of whitish, not so brown like this. So there's your matzah, but don't eat it. It will not taste as good as a matzah tastes. So that's a craft idea. There's actually a lot of things you could use, like stamps. I had never heard of using a Lego like stamps, but there are probably other things you could find at home, like a piece of a sponge. If you have an extra sponge, you could dip that in paint. I think there's a lot of things with different textures that you could use, so that's a good craft idea. And tomorrow's our Zoom call day, so I'll see you all on the computer, and I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Bye!